Hi everyone, this is Professor Sanchez, and the goal of this video is to help you understand what you need to do during week 1 in our course. So I have clicked on the Modules tab over here, and that brings me to week 1. Everything is set up in the week that you should start and move from top to bottom. So you want to first start with the overview, go to the readings, the discussion, the quiz, the assignment, etc. You can always skip back and forth and skip around throughout the week, but for the most part you want to work top to bottom through the module. The first thing is the overview. This page shows you some goals for the week here, and then also the things that you need to do, like read your syllabus, read the articles, annotate, complete the quiz, and do the mindfulness activity for the week, and participate in the week's discussions. Alright, so if we go to the next page, that brings us to our readings. So there is no book for the class. All the readings you're going to find online as either web pages or documents. As I state here, reading is a huge part of online courses. So it's important that you read carefully, you read multiple times, and that you annotate and take notes as you read. These readings here will be on this week's quiz. So these are the ones that if you have a chance, you might want to print them, make notes directly on them, highlight important points, and that way you can use them during the quiz and hopefully get the best score possible. You can go to each reading by simply clicking on it, and it will bring you to the correct page with the reading. Alright. Other important readings for this week are things that we might use in assignments for the week, or general things to help you do better in the course. There are also some resources down below to help you, again, with assignments in the course, things we're going to be using throughout the semester. It's good for you to get familiar with these things. Alright, moving to the next page. This is our first discussion. We will have a discussion every week in the class, so it's important that you start to begin to understand how the discussions will work. So the first thing you'll need to do is read this particular article about syllabi. Then what you'll do is you'll click here on reply to post your response. Now if it's helpful to you, you might compose it in a Word document and copy and paste it over so that you can have spell check to help you with grammar and spelling. You need to have at least 100 words to answer the following questions. And so here are the questions that you should answer in your response, and you should end your response with a question for your peers related to the discussion for this week. So you want to do that by Thursday night. After that, you'll respond to at least 2 classmates, minimum of 50 words in each post. The words count is not meant for you to, kind of painstakingly add a couple more words to meet the minimum, but instead to encourage you to use examples and develop your answers so that you're really writing engaging posts. If we don't make this conversation interesting, then it's not going to be interesting. So try to do your best to really engage with each other. This is our class time to talk and share ideas, and it can be a really, really great part of the course. Alright, then the other thing is the grading criteria is here at the bottom. You can also see the grading criteria by clicking on Show Rubric, and the rubric will pop up, and that's how I will be grading you. Alright, click on Next. The next assignment for the week is the reading quiz, so you'll also have a reading quiz at least through week 13. So you'll have 13 reading quizzes this semester. You have 30 minutes to answer 10 randomly selected questions from a bank of questions related to this week's readings. You should use your notes and you should use your readings. That's why it's important to print them and have them nearby. I have some instructions for getting a high score on the quiz. These are the things that you should do. Even though 10 points doesn't sound like that much, throughout the course, all the quizzes will add up to 130 points, and that's a lot of points. So every little point does matter. Our last assignment for the week is a mindfulness activity. We're going to do one of these every week as well, And these assignments have turned out to be some of people's favorite parts of this course. So I hope that you enjoy them too. It's a chance to calm your mind a little bit and focus on kind of yourself and your peace and kind of work through the class from a more mindful standpoint, which can be really helpful. At least research shows that. All right, so basically, a colleague and I wrote something called the College Mindfulness Workbook. You can click here to download that so that you can do the exercises in it. You can also stop by my office during office hours or by appointment to pick up a hard copy of it if you would like one. You could also print it, but it's very long, so it's up to you. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to read something in the book. The second thing is you're going to do the exercise on page 24, which is about your study space. This is really important for online classes because you don't have a classroom. So you're going to have to create a space at your house where you can focus and you won't be disturbed and you have a atmosphere conducive to learning. After that, you don't have to tell me a lot about what you wrote on the actual exercise, but I want you to post a 7 to 10 sentence paragraph reflection. So the first thing you have to answer is, how did it go for you? Was it easy to do this exercise? Was it difficult? Why? Did you face obstacles? How did you overcome them? The second thing I want you to post is, what did you learn from the exercise? I'm asking you to do 7 to 10 sentences in order for you to develop your response with examples and specifics. This is actually part of the mindfulness. Reflecting on the exercise actually helps you understand it more. So hopefully this will be a positive exercise for you. As always, there is a rubric down here so you can see how I'm grading you. Oops. The last page in this week's module is just a video that shows how to view my feedback on your assignments. And this video is good for any online class or any class that uses Canvas. It shows you a variety of ways to check your grades as well as any feedback your instructors have given you. Okay, so that's all for now. I hope you have a great week, and please do email me with any questions you have, or feel free to stop by office hours or make an appointment to see me.